My fiancée, Kimberly Escobar, is a truly awesome woman. She's the woman of my dreams. I met Kimberly when I signed up on a popular dating website. Kimberly contacted me first and I was taken by her. The first time I saw her picture, her eyes just melted me. She has beautiful eyes. We found out that we both enjoyed taking walks in the moonlights, enjoying a glass of wine with dinner, and just enjoying each other's company. We talked about things I looked for in a wife. I told her I was looking for something beyond beauty. I love you so much, baby. You're the one to cherish my love, a blessing from heaven above. I wanted an honest person, didn't really particularly care about the looks. Kimberly and I, we discussed if we found the right person, would we be interested in getting married? I told her yes, because I'd been divorced for 25 years. Ever since we started talking about marriage, she started referring to me as her husband. I love hearing that she was calling me her husband already without putting a ring on her finger. I have her saved in my phone as my wife. I couldn't imagine my life without my fiancée, Kimberly, at this point.
But Dennis claims his pleasure quickly turned to pain. Well, why? Because his fiancée and her daughter, Sandra, are stuck in Amsterdam. And he is yet to see them in person. Now, the problems all started last December when Kimberly and her daughter left the U.S. on a business trip to Johannesburg, South Africa, where they were involved in a terrible car accident. Now, long story short, Kimberly's passport expired while she was in the hospital, and she ran into all kinds of problems in South Africa. Now, Dennis claims when she finally left to return home, Kimberly made it to Istanbul, then Amsterdam, where she was detained because of improper travel documentation. Now, Dennis says he has spent over $200,000 on his mission to get her home. Well, it sounds a little fishy, doesn't it? Like it could be a scam, right? Well, Dennis agrees, but he says this is not a scam because he knows Kimberly is 100% real. Dennis accuses corrupt overseas officials of scamming him out of every last dime he has, while Kimberly and her precious daughter are currently left destitute in Amsterdam. Take a look.
I've spent over $200,000 trying to get Kimberly and Sandra back to the States. I want Dr. Phil to expose the corrupt government officials extorting me and taking advantage of me. Our dream was to meet each other when my fiancée Kimberly came back from an antique shopping trip to South Africa last year and eventually get married and enjoy our lives together. When Kimberly was in South Africa, she got into a terrible car accident. After that, the doctor released her to travel, and then she went to the airport, and that's where her passport was expired, and she was detained by immigration. The police department required $17,000 for the release of them. I freaked. I finally got Kimberly and Sandra out of South Africa and got them into Turkey. The immigration in Turkey detained them for not flying with correct documents. Kimberly and Sandra spent 15 days in a Turkish prison. I feel like Turkey officials have just totally robbed me. I've spent nearly $80,000 trying to get them out of Turkey. Kimberly and Sandra made it out of Turkey and landed in Amsterdam. I was thinking I was going to get them home. The minute they got there, I got a text saying, honey, we have a problem. Kimberly and Sandra were detained by immigration in Amsterdam for 10 days. So far, I've spent close to $100,000 trying to get her out of Amsterdam. The list goes on and on. Currently, they're being forced to live in Amsterdam just till we get all the paperwork worked out. It's turned into a nightmare. It breaks my heart that she's been taken advantage of. I want Dr. Phil to help me get Kimberly and Sandra home.